Hey guys, so today we're in the living room and I want to give the living room a refresh for summer. I recently picked up a few items from Goodwill, and so I thought this would be a good opportunity to share some of my Goodwill finds that I use here in the living room. All right, let's go ahead and get the room set up. Alright guys, so I want to share with you a quick tip on how to get the perfect fullness on your pillows, providing they are down filled. So you're just going to take your pillow and you're going to drop it on 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what it does is it just fills out the center of the pillow with the feather. And then you can chop it if you like. Okay, let's try it one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So typically I'm good with 4 pillows, but because they're all neutral, I'm going to add an extra pillow for texture. Okay, so the room is coming together nicely. Now it's time to do something with the ottoman. Okay, now I do have this pretty tray that I just thrifted. You guys might remember this from the last video. So I'm going to give this a try and see what I can come up with. All right, so let's go ahead and see how everything turned out. I titled this video Thrifted Living Room Tour because I do have quite a bit of thrifted items, and I wanted to share with you how you can mix the high and low end decor and still get a nice look. So we're going to start here in the corner at the dry bar, because I did thrift the wine glass and the pitcher. I thought it was a beautiful cut on the glass, and I just love having beautiful things when I set my table for the holidays. And so because this was a wet bar and now a dry bar, I just thought it was appropriate to put something here that had to do with beverages. And so I think it's lightweight, it's clear, and it does not take up a lot of visual space. And so that is my main goal in decorating this space, is to keep it light and airy. Now you guys know, if you watched one of my latest videos, that I thrifted this mirror recently, and I also thrifted the vase, and I think they look great together. And then on the other side, I added some gold candlesticks that I got from Home Goods. And so if we come down a bit, we'll see the chairs that I recently thrifted, and I got these from Goodwill. Now I picked up the mirror one week, and then I picked up the chairs the next week, but I really think they complement each other. And so yeah, I thought I would use them together in this space. I had also mentioned to you guys once before to look in the linens at Goodwill because you never know what you might find, and I found just a fabric remnant of the ultra suede in the ivory. And then I sent the fabric to Chanel and she made these pillows for me. If you're not familiar with Chanel, that is Chanel from Angelic Interior Designs. And I think these pillows look really good, coupled with a linen pillow at the back, and then at the front I have this nice textured pillow in cream and ivory. Okay, so the ottoman, I thrifted the ottoman a few years ago. I picked this up at a garage sale, and actually it was in the neighborhood that I shared on my last video. It was in a brown leather, and I covered it with drop cloth, painter's drop cloth. And then these beautiful items on top, a few of these were thrifted as well. On a recent Goodwill haul, I picked up these two vases. Now the tall one with the gold top was in silver, and on one of my recent shorts I shared where I used some rub and buff in gold leaf and changed the color. Also, this tray was thrifted. I think that was in the same haul. And I just like the way it all came together. And so when you're out thrifting, think about things in a different way than what you see them. This vase was in silver, and I knew silver could work, but I also knew that I could use that rub and buff and change the color. This vase here was perfect as it is. I didn't need to do anything, and I really love that crackle finish. And then the tray, you guys might remember I told you I needed to do a little gluing on some of the edges, and so I did that, and I think it turned out great. And then you guys might remember the links. I did a DIY on one of my recent shorts as well. And if you guys aren't catching my shorts, you need to look out for those. I put them out at least once or twice a week in between the larger videos. So if I put out a 10-minute video, I might follow it up with a little DIY or just something in the know on a short video. So watch out for those. Now my end tables, they weren't exactly thrifted, but I did buy them at Nebraska Furniture Mart. They were in the scratch and dent section. They were black and brown, and I just painted them in a color of my choice. They have been different colors throughout the years. I have had them for some time, and so recently I painted the tops in an ivory to somewhat look like a marble, and then I painted the legs in gray. When it comes to the bookcase, I mentioned to you guys I like to thrift here as well. So you may recognize this footed bowl that I thrifted from Goodwill. I thrifted these candle sconces and candle holders. They didn't come together, but I did place the glass candle holders, or hurricanes, you can say. They're not hurricanes, but that's what I'm using them as. And I just placed them on top. Now, these glass cylinders are part of a hardwire sconce. And so I didn't have a place for the hardwire sconce at the moment. So I'm just using the cylinders as a hurricane over the candles. Now, I bought this buffet from a consignment shop years ago, and when I bought it, it was black and brown. And if you've been with my channel long enough, you probably remember when I painted it in this ivory color. And I also changed the knobs just to give it a little bit more of a modern feel. The last thing that I'm going to share that was thrifted is this beautiful table. Now you guys might remember I shared it maybe a year ago or so, and it was part of a nesting set of tables, and this is the smaller one, and I'm using it here between the two chairs because I really need something to sit your drinks on. So let me know if you think the table looks good or if it's too crowded. I know a round table would be more appropriate, but I don't have it yet. I will try and find something, but in the meantime, I think this will do. So let me know what you guys think. I am on the hunt for a smaller round table that will fit neatly in between the two chairs and not take up too much visual space. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for the thrifted items, and I'll go ahead and give you a closer look around the room, but I want to say thank you for coming along, and I hope you enjoy the tour. And if you enjoy decorating on a budget and you are not a subscriber, would you please consider subscribing? And if anyone is interested, most everything in this room, other than the Goodwill items, came from Home Goods. The pillows, the artwork, and most of the accessories in the bookcase.